Inside the program now, they can to the coordinator of operations now the Anti-Corruption Commission, we na Kuivaya Amara. Good morning once more. Welcome to Radio Democracy.
Yes, good morning, my brother, and good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
It's the Anti-Corruption Commission, an independent body, where they set them up inside 2000 for fight against corruption as Salon, and the commission can do this through prevention, investigation, prosecution, and self-public education. Well, for Kano, witness some of the developments then so far we don't happen now. The commission make inside the program this morning. We get Kuivaya Amara, we na coordinator of operations at the Anti-Corruption Commission. Mr. Amara, una work now for prevent, investigate, and prosecute, and same way so I can do it through public education. But waiting so far don't they happen at the commission since we left here?
Well, thank you very much. A lot of things that happen at the commission, of course, and of course the people of Sierra Leone, and both within and without, and even non-citizens of Sierra Leone, we want to know what's they happen. You know, they follow we now with different hangers, especially we website. So as a matter of fact, a lot of investigations on the go on, a lot of prevention work on the go on, a lot of sensitization on the go on, that you can even conveniently sit down behind that mic and actually talk about what in the commission they do, mean to say, and don't attend any of we programs, any of we trainings, mean to say, the commission don't do a lot for educate the people of Sierra Leone on what in way they do. So a lot don't go on. A lot of things, lots and lots of things. Since I left here about 6 months ago, thereabout.
The last time you been there give updates on the fight against corruption. What's in the latest on the cases then they?
Well, sincerely, I'm not going to remember which cases they have been talking about.
Louis take them through.
But then a lot of cases then on they would investigate now.
You be initially give update on the issue of the National Revenue Authority money where they be put in a different bank that we missing, and also you get the first time chief immigration officer and the Jaika, you get the SLBC investigation and other investigations that as time they go on we will remind you, but down that on them, so give you updates on them as the last time we talk on them, and also the first time Parliamentary na Parliament for Seka the work where they say again in WEF and we don't begin refund the money them back.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the reminder. On the NRA matter, of course, we don't thematize that investigations, and we actually do them as per themes, because there were a number of taxpayers or tax-paying entities who have been involved. So as a matter of fact, we don't look at them one day, and the investigations don't get completed. Now the file has been passed. The different themes of the files, they don't pass them on to the prosecution for the legal opinion. Now on the issue of the Jayaka matter, well, the investigations don't really get completed. One thing will be happen with Jayaka, can in fact say, the gift that we receive in the form of 3 vehicles, they've been declared in. We actually don't contact the person we've been given them gift and day in the US. The person don't give all the documentations regarding them gift and day. And now we are looking at one small piece we look at now to know whether in fact that person they will get anything for do with the Sierra Leone Immigrations Department as at the time we even give them gift and day. Because we want to connect the nexus. Otherwise, we'll just, complete we legal opinion on them and move on. And of course, in the issue of Parliamentary, it's very clear the investigations have been completed. Parliamentary in WEF nobody get any reason for take appointment and not do in work. So as I talk to you now, it don't pay all the money back, and the commission, remember, to the amendment, when you amend section 89(2) in 2019, we actually put a provision. They say if for any reason we certainly out to collect for recover, we can actually ask that person for recusing himself from holding public office for at least 3 years. So there is a likelihood that this, for the very first time, we may actually require her to recuse herself from holding office for more than 3 years, holding public office for more than 3 years, in addition to all of what they don't pay.
Now, when you look at Parliament, but before we continue for look at the cases, I'll go for short break inside the program. Good morning, Salon. We will look at follow-up questions and updates on the fight against corruption on the cases that we don't begin mention so far.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Exa anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you rather bank with us?
The program Good Morning Saloon they continue, and we will bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. Musa Kamara na my name.
My name Usman Kamara.
We get we studio guest. We na director of operations na the ACC. We na Koivaya Amara. They give updates on the fight against corruption. You don't begin give updates on cases them earlier. You make mention of Andrew Jaya Kaikai before we come to Parliament. Now we look at Andrew Jaya Kaikai and your own case, and you self mentioned say for the last 6 months where you left, we have been still investigate this case, and we are still investigate whether would that give Andrew Jaya Kaikai Mutkaya get anything for do with the Salone immigration. What it take or why it take the ACC so long for ascertain this fact for over 6, 7, 8 months now?
Well, you go note the fact, say, investigations, they based, the time when investigations they take, is based on the nature of the investigations. Now, for instance, the person will give this former CIO, then give there, he's not in a salon. He is out of salon. He lives in the US. So as a matter of fact, for actually get all the information we want and actually connect all the dots that what we need, it will take time. It will be different if now you been them gift and day, it would have been different. You residing in Sierra Leone here. So because in a salon, and we get to actually make sure we do a very thorough job as a commission. Remember, the Anti-Corruption Commission does not persecute. We prosecute when it comes to prosecution. We investigate, and when we investigate with the cardinal notion of investigation in our minds for prove or disprove an allegation. Not so say, anyhow it be, we get for prove them. No. So we are very, very meticulous so that we don't hit the rock when we actually progress with what they do. That's why the Anti-Corruption Commission, when we do anything we do them meticulously and professionally. And because of them professional and meticulous guidelines and they with which they do we work, now it make you find out say now that the person will get the gift to the former CIO, they're out of the country, out of Sierra Leone, not to Sierra Leone himself, he reside in the US, now make we don't do this long with them. But that's not the last dot we will try to connect. Once we connect that dot, we'll be done with it. Maybe in the next 4 weeks or thereabout, we'll be done with that investigation completely.
Okay, speculation will go around that the motoka them. Una don't give the former CIO boss or is still in the custody of the ACC.
The motoka still park outside them. We park the very first day. We will actually get them and go park them outside them park.
How much motoka them?
3 vehicles.
Which brand?
Well, them vehicles, I cannot say, but they are really like they're not like vehicles that we go like for ride. Really good vehicles. They are good vehicles. Any person with the right vehicles go like for ride them vehicles. They are good vehicles. But they are packed in our compound. Then packed in our integrity house, even as I talk to you. And the same side we'll be packed them at very first, they will pick them up. Now the same side and packed as I talk to you right now.
Alright, una not able to establish for know whether this person will give the former CIO boss them motkada may want anything in return.
Well, that is what we are looking at now. That now the little bit will the try for connect, the little dot will the try for connect. Now we don't get all the documentations, everything we get for do with the gift for the person give, every papers and everything. But now we want to connect that dot. Whether in fact that person will give them gift there to the former CIO, we get anything for do with immigration or immigration related issues in Sierra Leone as at the time we get it.
One of the contracts them we Jai Kaikai being signed the time within our office now the net page agreement with now the salon passport. This person will give these gifts get anything for do with net page.
Investigations not connect them yet to net page. We have not been able to do that. The investigations not ever connect this person to net page, and like I tell you, this that the dot will try for connect.
Okay. Let me look at the issue of Paran, the clerk of parliament, first time clerk of parliament, where they're under suspension now. You say the case still in the investigation. What's in at the stage now? What's
No,
the
well,
latest?
the fact of the matter that, Paran ought to have known, even if he did not know, because he denied everything, so he did not know. But he ought to have known. And of course, some of you now will get knowledge in law, you get what you call negligence. All right. So as a matter of fact, that's what you're supposed to know. That you don't know, not to my own business, now your own business. He ought to have known that kind of thing will not happen. But coming to think about it, the woman, Paran in West, an adult, Sierra Leonean, were employable. The problem is that she got employed and she could not actually do the work and yet get paid for the work. Got paid for the work. So in that case, he gets 100% responsibility for the misappropriation of the public funds. Let's get some on the flip side. Say Paran not been in a parliament at that time, or not to Paran Bideri, and anybody got paid like we've done at the commission, we've done in the past. You got paid and you don't do the work we get paid for. Definitely you will be deemed for don't misappropriate public funds. And like I say, that woman, Mrs. Tarawali, definitely don't pay all the money back where it been for pay plus waiting the law permit. And secondly, remember, I just remind you, say in our amendments, 2019 amendment, section 89(2), you amend that for say if person for settle out of court, two things you go do. You pay all the money plus at least 10% interest, and then you go hold yourself away from holding public office for at least 3 years. But for the first time, it is highly likely, because that's in the contemplation of the commission, that she's going to be somebody who will go beyond the 3 years minimum.
What about the husband?
Well, the husband, like I say, ought for no. He has denied everything, but he ought for no, you understand, say that kind of thing and they happen. And come to think about it, that could be handled administratively.
So if Parani woman don't testify, say yes, I be receive money, don't begin pay this couple back to the ACC, what's in the all una back for conclude this investigation? What's in una they look at now?
I just tell you just now, say the investigations don't get concluded. But in the Anti-Corruption Commission, when an investigation gets concluded, not to the end of the matter. Remember, we get the prosecutions department, who send our lawyers then they actually look at what the investigators they don't do, then they marry the facts, the law, and then present them to the commissioner for advisement. All right, because he's actually the chief prosecutor and chief investigator. So the Tarawali matter don't get concluded by way of investigation. That is why I can tell you and tell the people of Sierra Leone waiting at the tell them so. Say the woman don't pay all of the money for payback, and in the contemplation of the commission, she's gonna be maybe the first person that will go above the minimum of 3 years. Now, in the area of Tarawali, like I don't tell you earlier on, when we do a matter, we actually don't persecute. You understand? When we investigate with a view to ensuring that we prove or disprove allegation. Then are the cardinal positions of investigation. In this case, now, what happened in the case of Tarawali? Tarawali, of course, don't deny everything, which is not the case, say, because he deny, he will go scot-free. But because he ought for no, you understand? And we actually have not gotten to that point because it's under advisement, it is highly likely that we can actually send that one to his employers for administrative action.
Okay. In terms of money, because everybody getting figure, we are in people they speculate, say, now this is for pay, now this is for pay. Now you there, almost in total, this woman don't pay.
I cannot put my fingers to it exactly, but I pay, I think, a little over 150,000 new leons. We're now 150 million new leons. Because what's happen with determination of waiting for pay, with determination of waiting the woman for pay, being actually based on the calculation of the salaries we receive for the period we receive.
And when we do receive salary for,
it's about 130 something, or between 130 and 150. But one thing we are very apparent at the fact say he pay all of that money we receive. I'll tell you that authoritatively, and he paid the 10% on top of them. And in addition to that one day, of course, the recusal from holding public office is coming, and that is going to be in the write-up that the prosecutors will do.
Okay, we go can look at more updates, but one just for announce to the public say Radio Democracy be expect forget the oppositions, All People's Congress APC party at the studio forget their own inputs as to waiting the makeup of the fight against corruption na the country, but the production team not be able to get representative from the All People's Congress APC party for Canada studio this morning, even though the production team try plenty, they're not able to get representative na the studio. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. We still come to Koivaya Amara, Director of Operations na the Anti-Corruption Commission for continue update on the fight against corruption. After that, we look at other issues then. But Mr. Amara, we don't look at some cases them, two more cases them where the public want for get updates about. One now the one we get to do with the Salon Broadcasting Corporation first and Director General we Egbenda Kapua, and also one we get for do with National Revenue Authority accounts we couple been there where they say missing. What now the latest on them cases here so?
Well, of course, the SLBC investigations we don't get concluded. In the SLBC investigations, the allegation have been violation of procurement rules. But when the investigations go through, we find out say no procurement rules not get violated, and of course no loss not gets engendered by the action of anybody. I mean the action of anybody, including the then Director General, not cause any loss to the entity. So that one they don't get concluded. Now, when we do investigations at the Anti-Corruption Commission, not to just for prosecute some of the times. Some of the times when we look at MDAs and we realize, say, we get cleavages for potential corruption opportunities, although it may not have occurred, we send in with prevention team for those systems and processes review. So with the SLBC, the systems and processes review will get for be done there. We team will zoom in very soon for actually commence work for look at the systems and processes, and them cleavages or then loopholes in the way been there we for don't engender. It just sound like you drive now some bridge we get woods, we get them palm tree them. You drive now that bridge, now dangerous bridge, of course, where to go up like no. You go don't drive on top of that bridge, you cross to the other side, you don't get accidents, you don't fall down the water. Without notwithstanding, you will get to come back to the bridge and look and say, no, that's I don't drive there and not get accident, no mean to say other vehicles and therefore drive there. Let's actually see how we do this bridge so that vehicles they don't get problem at this bridge at all. So that is exactly the situation in the SLBC case. There are vehicles were driven on top of that bridge where we get palm fraud, no accident occur. Well, accident meaning corruption, but then that palm fraud then they know for continue for the day. Look, get a properly constructed bridge now. We're going to ensure say vehicles then go pass on top of the bridge and nothing will happen at all. That is what is happening, and we are putting in our prevention team for actually look at the systems and processes at the SLBC. Now we come to the NRA. Like I say earlier on, the NRA investigations they actually involve a number of tax-paying entities. So because it involved a number of tax-paying entities, in investigation, we get what you call thematizing. That means you take them, tumbi by tumbi. We take them tumbi by tumbi, then we thematize them. So we had thematized those investigations, and the investigations team done really complete investigations. Now, the file has been passed on. The file there in different teams. Although now like one big house, but you get different rooms. Then that house with all the rooms them don't get passed on to the prosecution for
when this issue been come up, the couple been variant some 5 billion where the media initially been the report. But when the ACC commissioner come, he said the couple where they don't discover so far we're missing an NRA account, we don't go up to 30 or over 30 billion. As when I don't conclude the investigation on this matter, when I don't put the files then, what are the latest money we missing na NRA accounts na the different bank there, and what are them bank here we them be the bank with?
Well, so now put my hand on the exact money with precision, but I will tell you say even waiting the commissioner be talking now, when I be 30 billion old loans, when I 30 million new loans, the investigations at the conclusion now going to prosecution don't pass that one day far away. Of course, the banks that will be involved, of course, I know say UBA be involved because be one of the banks that they may pay to through. There is this bank along, I don't know, it's in Rodden Street. I can't remember, but a number of banks really were involved.
Right. Now, Quiver, before we take break, quick, we see some time back on a publish or show the people of this country, the money they wanna recover. In this case, we get for see where in wanna display some of the money there for let people know say ACC don't get the money there and at the end.
Well, the fight against corruption get different strategies. In the society we live, say cynicism. That's to say, when I don't, if in a papa, I don't promise you pizza every day. I promise you pizza every day. I no bring come. Anytime I talk about pizza now, they believe, not so. So cynicism now actually a very, very, crucial concept or crucial thing idea now in society. So that we do that one day, not mean to say we'll go for Duam for other things. Note, in the past, from 2018, even before 2018, we don't recover monies. But from 2018, we don't recover huge sums. We don't ever display them. The reason why the commission, the management, the commissioner, deputy commissioner, and the management team decide for actually display that one, then they now for actually get the senior system for no say what we are doing is real. Although talk people go around say, go pull the money in a bag, we can put on a table, etc. But really that's not true. That really was the money that we recovered from that investigation we began for do SLRA, that young man at SLRA, Emmanuel Smart, and some staff them now Accountant General's office and Ministry of Finance. That was the money that we recovered. Remember, in that investigation, what will happen? Money will be for go to some entity, will actually be the works on some road program, road project. We be give some technical advice on some road project. Then divert them, go to Kabbalah, and we go pull that money in Kabbalah. We go back and see which money we don't go. They will then withdraw and make sure say them give them money then they. And that was a decisive strategy for actually tell the people of Sierra Leone how wicked some Sierra Leoneans could be. Just a few of them get all that kind 8 point something million, well 10 billion leones to themselves at the detriment of Sierra Leoneans. So as a matter of fact, that was why we did it. It don't mean to say because we do them, we're going for do them again. But then, if need be, for those who do them again, as the commissioner, deputy commissioner, and the management will decide, we actually go do what it is that we for do.
Before we look at other issues, then look at the one we get for do with the Salone Commercial Bank, the investigation we ACC they do now the Salone Commercial Bank. What's in the latest one?
All right. Of course, there was an allegation of misappropriation, misprocurement, against the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Of course, the investigations don't get completed in that particular matter, and now the file is with the lawyers for letting them marry the law with the facts. That is where we are, and they are at the tail end of it. In the next 2 weeks maximum, the people of Sierra Leone go hear from the commission, on that issue.
All right, we understand a procurement process for a vehicle.
Yeah.
Is it exactly what
misprocurement.
Now not investigate.
Yes, now they look at.
What is the issue of these misprocurements?
Well, of course, the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, when they get the new MD, the board being for actually say let them get a befitting vehicle for the new MD, befitting on the line for the new MD. At the moment, there was a ceiling. Then do the procurement, then go through the procurement process completely. But the person will emerge as the most responsive bidder, where then get the contract, not able for deliver for close to 1 year. Not able for deliver. The second in line then contact them, himself not able for deliver. You understand? So them actually try to get the vehicle because they may not work with a particular person where they do vehicle rentals for them. When the new MD come, the current MD come and sure say, you look at some say vehicle rentals not a proper thing for do because it make the bank they lost money. So what he do, he purchase vehicles when the bank get now, we reduce drastically on that kind of thing. But then on this particular procurement, because the first bidder we emerge, the first responsive bidder, most responsive bidder, not able to deliver, the second not able to deliver, then we get to take a fallback position by which they actually get the vehicle. And now there was a variance of about $30,000, but then it was for a period of over 1 year. So as a matter of fact, the investigations don't get concluded, and now the lawyers are actually looking at it to marry the facts and the law, taking into consideration inflation and all other things. That's where we are at the moment. So like I say, in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks max, the commission will get to the people of Sierra Leone on that particular investigations and other investigations.
People believe say this investigation slow. What's in the hold back the ACC?
You know, like I say, when we deal with investigations, we actually we get persons who get for contacts from out of the country. You know, like in this case, we actually get for like look at what's happened because the vehicle come from Dubai and that kind of stuff. It's actually the slows because also all the time let's say investigation they Dubai, then we get investigators for flight go to Dubai. No, it's not prudent. There are certain pieces of information because then they go then they're not economically not prudent. And remember, we as an entity, the Anti-Corruption Commission, now for ensure say we preserve and ensure say government money, government property be actually handled very well. So for each small investigation, just like you talk about the CIO investigation, we say you go fly, go US, go see that person, or go Dubai, go see that person. It's not prudent. So we actually then at the communication line, and until we get the facts on the communication lines, we actually know come out with waiting, go be we find it. Remember, when we investigate, investigations are to prove or to disprove. So when the Anti-Corruption Commission, a very noble and respectable institution at this country and the world as it stands right now, because most of Africa now they land from Sierra Leone. You remember say very recently, although the LACC, the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, and the Liberian Human Rights Commission, very recently been denied for land from waiting where they do. We actually had to take them through what we are doing, and in fact they are contemplating that we may have our staff go to them to actually. So if we get that kind of respect na the continent, we get that kind of respect na the world, we get for ensure say every work we do, we come out, we stamp am, so put and down pam. Definitely that is it and nothing but it.
Okay.
So that is why we take our time when we do what we do.
Alright, we start for look at messages them inside the program this morning. This one say great presentation, Mr. Kuiva Amara. The SEC needs to collaborate with Parliament to get hold of those companies that owe the state.
This one from Joseph Josana on Facebook page. They say if all these MDAs that appear before the Public Accounts Committee declare to pay back these stolen funds, government will be able to pay the car power ship for over a year, and Guma can provide water in large parts of the city.
This one say from Francis Junior for they say a few Sierra Leoneans have just decided to wicked the state.
They say what a corruption at the Ministry of Finance. They never give MDAs their full budget, but they spend more than the budget. ACC waiting una they do with finance. Please explain.
This one from Mohamed Jallo say, hey, what others African countries will learn from Sierra Leone? Hey, Salone, nothing to learn from Salone. Okay, with all the corruption institutions.
This one from Ibrahim Baba Tarwali on our Facebook page. They say, bravo, Honorable Ibrahim Tawa, the last man standing. Remember, sir, that the word of good work is more work. We pray for divine guidance and protection over your life and job.
And this other one say, Mr. Amara, on a need for jail, most of the people, even though they can pay back the money there, just for set example.
From Francis Fode, Francis Junior Fode on Facebook page, they say with the vibrant Parliament and ACC, the issue of corruption will minimize.
This one from Joseph Josiah, I say what's painful is that with all these over expenditures, no development to point at.
This one from 077981981 from Kazola and Waterloo. They say the ACC did not ready to fight corruption in this country because they have too much compromise to the corruptors, and the law say ignorant of law is no excuse.
This other one from Francis Junior Fode again say Ministry of Finance is part of the grand scheme of corruption in Sierra Leone. They are always convincing with others to steal our resources.
This one from Usman Fambule on our Facebook page. You say Honorable Tawa is doing well. Continue the good job.
This other one say what is happening with the issue of the former NPPA boss.
From Joseph Josiah again, he say, oh my God, all these losses which can be available to solve some of the social problems we have as a citizens of this country.
And this other one say, Mr. Kuivaya, please update the public about cases you have won so far.
This one say, how many cases do you have in court at the moment?
And this other one say, With vibrant parliament and ACC, the issues of corruption will be minimized.
Well, with the text message here, we come to Koivaya Amara for response to them.
All right. Thank you very much, and I want to thank the people of Sierra Leone for their attentiveness and desire for actually collaborate in the fight against corruption. Because then text messages there, they should say the people of Sierra Leone actually get interest in the fight against corruption, and that's exactly where the anti-corruption, the current leadership and the anti-corruption commission, they fight for take the country. But then let me just make this correction to or raise this issue to the station. I notice say before now when they say the opposition not calm, the opposition not calm, the opposition not calm. Please let us note very well that when una call the opposition, not so we una for call. When I call the opposition, when I call SLPP or other parties, we are not into politics.
So basically, let me self-assess, not in terms of debate or what.
You get civil society actors, all right? We actually active in what you call the fight against corruption. We will appreciate them for let them come and actually get the discourse, then get them. That they actually politicize, or that we see them as an attempt to politicize we work, and our work is not political. Our work is for the people of Sierra Leone, no matter who sits on the seat. So please, let's just take note of this and let's have it going, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, now come to the messages. Let's say what you do the Ministry of Finance. You see the beauty, this is not the beauty of having institutions do their work in the country. Now, if Public Accounts Committee, we don't actually, call them people there to order, we not for know what waiting with talk about so now the Ministry of Finance. And remember that the audit report then they deal with. When institutions work and work very well, when institutions get stronger than individuals, on the very frank note, no matter who sits on the driving seat, the vehicle go move. So this now exactly what we want for Sierra Leone become. Now we cannot be dealing. Parliament cannot be dealing with Ministry of Finance, and we self they deal with them at the same time. However, now you don't hear the Deputy Speaker of Parliament don't say if they not refund them money then they, or you do not justify them money then they, then definitely go for refund them. That one it actually they take away that way people they call impunity. Impunity in a situation where they do something, you work, you come on and do, you mass people like it, nobody no ask you question. But once they ask you question, if somebody asks them, say, what do you make you mass me? Even if you not take action, definitely the issue of impunity go away. And when institutions become stronger than the individuals, as we are beginning to see in Sierra Leone, this is a legacy that the current leadership of the Anti-Corruption Commission want for left for Sierra Leone. Our institutions become stronger than the persons that actually sit in those institutions. So, with the finance, now that the Parliament is dealing with the finance, let us see how far they go with them. We can only take over when it is necessary to take over. But what they do, waiting and they do already, it's a step in the right direction, and you cannot contest that one day.
This one
you say what do other countries learn from Sierra Leone? Somebody say nothing not for land. They go interest you for no say. Sierra Leone, now one of 6 countries in Africa. You understand? In the very last ratings of international indices, where they say, where them confirm say government they do very well in the fight against corruption. It was amazing for know how many people across the world, across the continent, where actually every day, for instance, they bang on my desk for give them things the way we don't do. For instance, at the Anti-Corruption Commission, we get policy for everything. We've developed policies for everything. Like I say, very recently, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the current leadership of the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission plus the Human Rights Commission of Liberia come to Sierra Leone, and we take them through in fact, we take 2 days comprehensively. They tell them what to do, department from department, department by department, and they were so amazed. They were taking notes as though they were, like we possibly take exam, then they say they can give you guidelines. Then the most students, the serious pass the term when they're serious in the class. That was how they were taking notes. Right. So to say there is nothing to learn from Sierra Leone, there is so much, and we are helping other countries so very well. We fight against corruption in Sierra Leone. It don't go to a level unprecedented. Remember when Francis Benkefala came in 2018, he tell we say now a non-textbook fight against corruption. Now waiting would only fight outside the textbooks that will be available. Now they use as materials for develop other textbooks them in the fight against corruption on the continent and in the world.
Right.
So there is so much to learn. It's a need for send most people to jail. Very frankly, we have been doing, we don't send matters to court, But true, the judiciary they try, well they seem overwhelmed. As we talk right now, we get a huge number of cases awaiting judgment at the judiciary. So for heaven's sake, we take somebody to court and we take like 4-5 years just going through court. By the time we actually done the court business, the steam don't reduce. So now when we 2019 when we put in the amendment, we put in an amendment for an alternative to go into court, and the people of Sierra Leone will be a testament to actually testify about the fight against corruption in Sierra Leone. One person commits corruption, you can't go to court. You take 15 years. That's if now 1 billion it's if you don't do business with it, it turn to 7 billion.
Right.
But wait, thief, you pull all the money in your hand. If na boxer be the work today before you thief, you can't go back in the community, begin work boxer. The people will be the call and brag go no now say for getting involved in corruption is a very, very high risk. Remember when the commissioner came in 2018, it tell we that the people of Sierra Leone say the commission in drive now for make corruption a very high risk and low return venture.
Okay.
And exactly that is what we are saying right now. Just give me some time, I'll go through.
We're not going to
all right, okay. Of course, vibrant parliament and ACC, corruption, and that's very true. When institutions become stronger than individuals, what you see is that no matter who sits on the driving seat, the vehicle will move. But then when individuals are more powerful than institutions, that's when you sit on the driving seat, they will tell you, hey, break here, one piece, break here, one do this, break here, one talk to this person. But when the institutions are stronger, the country will move. You say, this person said too much compromise at ACC. This anti-corruption commission Sierra Leone, check the continent. Now the only anti-corruption commission Sierra Leone we don't investigate the wife of the sitting president. We don't investigate the most powerful minister amongst ministers, we don't call the chief minister. This is the anti-corruption commission, we don't investigate the scoop to the sitting president.
So people believe the investigation and they're not commodity.
Oh yes, because the allegations were made, remember? Allegations were made and we investigated. If we had seen anything, we would have brought it back to the people of Sierra Leone. And let me tell you something, when we do investigations, they will bring them back to the people of Sierra Leone and tell them we findings based on the evidence we get so far, what we gather.
Right.
So, nothing not commodity because nothing not been daily. If anything been daily, something for commodity.
Alright.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right, now quickly, before they say the MPPA boss, waiting happen. The MPPA boss will don't complete the investigations. The allegation that he actually go sign contract will not be for sign, not true. Waiting happen that contract will sign for the building of the NRA office. Now being contract we don't get completed long ago.
Okay.
They just be the await signing. In fact, they don't award the contract. So he merely executed, the contract.
All right. So, thank you, Quiver. We join inside the program this morning from 10 to 10. We go the car with the office now for can update the public about different things that we done they happen so far. In name na Quiver Amara, in the coordinator of operations and the Anti-Corruption Commission. Plenty thank you. We join inside the program this morning.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the people of Sierra Leone. My last word. Let us join in the fight against corruption because our lives depend on what will happen when we fight corruption and fight it very well. Thank you very much.